former U.S. president, then an inexperienced Delaware senator, lost first wife Neilia and 13-month-old toddler Naomi in a car accident just before Christmas 1972, devastating losses that shaped his life and career in Washington. Joe Biden's ongoing recovery from the traumatic deaths of his first wife and youngest child more than half a century ago has dramatically shaped his career, from the ways in which he speaks to crowds about grief and mourning to his views on healthcare. Though not unique to his brand of politicking, the president has famously framed his ideas through the lens of his past. While out shopping just days before Christmas in December 1972, his 30-year-old first wife, Neilia Hunter, and 13-month-old daughter, Naomi, were killed in a car accident after a tractor trailer carrying corn broadsided the family's Chevrolet station wagon. Campaign literature featuring the young senator-elect from Delaware littered the streets. Their two sons, Joseph Bo Biden III and Robert Hunter Biden, survived. More than 40 years later, Bo died following a brain cancer diagnosis. The daughter of successful diner operators in New York State, Neilia was born on 28th of July 1942 in the affluent town of Skaneateles. She graduated from Penn Hall Preparatory School in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania in 1960. She participated in French club, hockey, swimming, student council, was the photography editor of the Pentonian, vice president and then president of the International Relations Club, according to her school's yearbook. In 1963, Neilia, then a college sophomore at Syracuse University, met Mr. Biden, then a junior at the University of Delaware, on the beach in Nassau during spring break. Asked about his career goals, Mr. Biden told his future wife's mother, "President." After he earned his bachelor's degree in Delaware, Mr. Biden moved to Syracuse for law school. There, Neilia earned her master's degree in English and taught special needs students. They married on the 27th of August 1966 while he was still enrolled in law school. He has called his time there a dangerous combination of arrogant and sloppy, and ultimately graduated 76th in a class of 85. Following his graduation, the couple moved to the suburb of Wilmington, where he practiced law and joined the Newcastle County Council. Though Neilia Hunter was a Republican, Neilia Biden registered as a Democrat, according to the News Journal. The couple's first and only daughter, Naomi, was born 8th of November 1971, the youngest of 3 children, with 2 older brothers, Bo and Hunter. She had the nickname Amy. 1 year later, Mr. Biden challenged Republican incumbent J. Caleb Boggs for a Delaware seat in the U.S. Senate. Neilia became his closest advisor and the brains behind his campaign, the News Journal reported. The family campaigned across the state, mounting a lucrative grassroots campaign, attacking his Republican incumbent as old and out of touch, a shock to the status quo, highlighting the generational divide between the elder conservative statesman's base and a much younger electorate following the Vietnam War and civil rights movement. It also was the first year 18-year-olds were eligible to vote. The 30-year-old underdog won the race in November 1972. 1 week before Christmas, the senator-elect was in Washington, D.C., interviewing staff members for his new office when he received the news about the deaths of his wife and daughter. After that phone call, "My whole world was altered forever," Mr. Biden later said in a speech to Yale University graduates. Police determined that Neilia accidentally drove into the path of the tractor trailer and didn't see it coming. Roughly 1,200 people crowded a memorial service for Neilia and Naomi, the Delaware State News reported. In his 2017 book, Promise Me, Dad, Mr. Biden wrote, "The pain seemed unbearable in the beginning, and it took me a long time to heal. But I did survive the punishing ordeal. I made it through, with a lot of support, and reconstructed my life and my family." He was officially sworn in at his son's bedside while they were still in the hospital. With an intense, heartbreaking focus on his family, Mr. Biden then began commuting daily back and forth between Washington to Delaware by train to remain with his young sons. The gesture earned him the nickname Amtrak Joe. 5 years after the accident, Mr. Biden married Jill Jacobs, then a student at the University of Delaware. They met on a blind date. The couple married on the 17th June 1977 at the United Nations Chapel in New York City. Beau and Hunter attended both the ceremony and the honeymoon. Hunter named his own daughter Naomi in honor of his late sister. Mr. Biden's family also played a role in his first State of the Union address as president on the 1st March 2022. He spoke about being a single father to call for universal child care and referenced his eldest son to demand support for veterans.